Hey y'all, this is the Empress Guru and I am back with another pick card reading. This is going to be the sibling dynamic between your children. So this could be your children, this could be stepchildren, this could be future children if you want to know how they'll get along. This could also be sibling dynamic between you and your siblings as well. All right, but I have 3 piles, so make sure you use your intuition to pick the pile that is going to best resonate with you. Also, if you would like a personal reading from me, I will link my email in the description so that you guys can email me for that. But we are going to go ahead and get started with pile number 1. All right, pile number 1. The sibling dynamic between your children, you may have like a child that's maybe a little bit older, or they could be around. I feel like this is like, this could be 2 children around the same age, but I feel like there is a bit of an age difference because I'm feeling like one child came before the other one. But if this is like a blended family where you get married and they have children already and they have to, meet and get along, I'm feeling like the sibling dynamic between them is like one child does not really want to be bothered with the other child at first. This is feeling like they have to defend their toys or defend themselves, especially if this is like teenagers or something. It's like they don't get along because they feel like, or at least one child doesn't get along with the other one of some sort, because maybe they feel like there's some favoritism there, or they don't want to share with this other child. But I feel like this is a child that tries to like avoid their sibling at like all costs. They could also feel like maybe when this new child came along, like the dynamic between you two kind of changed, like they weren't the center of attention anymore. They could also feel this child is like they feel alone. They feel like they're suffering in silence because I'm just getting the energy. They don't want to let this other sibling in. I feel like, especially if this, like, you had one child before. Now, these could be babies. But I'm feeling like the older child of some sort feels as if maybe they don't want to emotionally open up to this other child, to their sibling. They don't like hugs. It's like a bit of sibling rivalry here. This is what I'm getting like in the beginning. So if this is like you marrying someone with a child, or you having a child and having another child, it's like it's going to take some getting used to, because it's like they don't want to share you. They don't want to share their toys. And it's like, why did you bring this other child here? Why did you marry this person that already has a child? They feel like they can't do anything that they used to. They feel like their whole dynamic has been changed with this sibling here. They feel like maybe some of the fun things that you guys used to do, especially if like you have a new baby, it's like maybe you guys used to go to the park and then you just had a baby, and it's like you really can't go out for a while, or and it's like, this child just came in and changed everything. But I feel like this one of the siblings don't really want to be bothered too much with their other sibling. This could be a girl child that feels like this. I'm getting more so this is like a girl child that's feeling like this. I mean, it could be a boy, but if it's a boy, I feel like they're in more of a feminine energy at this moment, like a very emotional energy. And I think you have to tell this child, like, it's nothing to fear. Nothing's going to change. And I feel like if you don't know, how they're really feeling, I feel like you should definitely take some time to let this child know, like, you still love them. Nothing has changed. It's just we have a new addition to the family and whatnot. Yeah, I'm really feeling like this child kind of plots. This is especially if these are little kids. I feel like this is a child that like might hit their sibling or something like that. So you might have to watch them, especially if they're young. Um, yeah, I'm seeing like maybe a little child like trying to hit the baby or something like that. And it's really because they just don't know any better. I mean, I see the relationship getting better. I see, you know, things working out. They're being balanced and peace and acceptance over, over time. But in the beginning, I'm seeing like this one of the siblings is at war with the other one. They don't want to emotionally exchange their feelings with this child. They don't want to share with this child. They feel very on guard. And they could also feel like this child is like out to get them. It's like they could be making like making things seem more than what it is. Like if this is a teenager, it's like maybe one of maybe the other sibling borrowed something from them, and it's just like, oh, they're moving my stuff and they're coming in my room stealing. But in just all actuality, it's just like, well, you're my sister or you're my brother. I just thought we could share. I feel like the other child has no idea that their sibling feels this way, or if this is like a baby and like a small child, and then the baby touches their toy, it's like, I see the baby like snatching it out of the hand, like, oh, they're trying to steal my toys, and something like that. This child is very territorial over their space, their energy, and also if this is like a blended family, they're not accepting of this, this step sibling at all in the beginning. I feel like they kind of go to like a dark place a little bit. They kind of go to a dark place of just not offering anything, not wanting to be bothered with this sibling at all. Like at all. If these are teenagers, I see like them fighting a lot, or at least one constantly just fighting. But I just see like it's like a lot of emotions. For some reason, I'm just getting younger kids, but this could be teenagers too. But if these are teenagers, I'm definitely getting I'm getting like Marsha and Jan. But more so because Jan was like kind of jealous of Marsha because of boys. And it could be because of boys, but I'm feeling like it's more so just feeling like this sibling is just like always invading their space, always wanting to borrow their things. And this could also be like, well, no, I'm not. I was going to say like take your sister or take your brother with you when you go somewhere, but I'm not really getting that because I think you kind of feel the tension between them a little bit. So you don't kind of force them on each other. But I definitely getting like maybe this child, I was going to say twins. So maybe these are twins, and not all twins get along. So this could definitely be a situation where there's like a twin that doesn't get along with their other twin. But I'm more so getting two completely different children, like maybe the older child being a girl and the younger child being a boy. But I definitely feel like the girl is the one that is feeling this way, but she like definitely hides from her sibling. She wants to, like, I could see maybe wanting to go to grandma's house, or if you and the father is separated, like wanting to spend maybe taking favoritism with the other parent because it's away from this other child. Yeah. But all in all, I see it working out. I see like, if this is teenagers, I see like them getting along later on in life. If these are small children, I just feel like the longer that these kids are around each other, it'll be more peace. There'll be balance. And I feel like it's because this child ends up learning some self-love, like what this other child has no effect on them, and it's not affecting them at all. And I also feel like there might be a time where they do something and maybe the other child keeps this a secret. Maybe it's from you. Maybe it's just like they break a vase or something and the other child that they were avoiding know that they broke the vase, but they don't tell on them. They don't rat them out. And so that kind of like bonds them a little bit. And so it's like, thank you for having my back, or thank you for keeping this a secret. And that kind of makes them a little bit closer. You might be mad about your vase or, milk that spilled or something like that, but it actually brings them closer together, because it's like, well, maybe this child, my sibling isn't so bad after all. They got my back. So yeah, it will work itself out. It will balance itself out. And I feel like it's because the child they had a problem with kept a secret for them. And that kind of like solidified the bond where they accept it. Like, okay, maybe this sibling thing isn't so bad. It's kind of cool. Yeah, it'll take a while, but eventually they'll be happy and they'll be grateful that they have this sibling. But it doesn't start out that way. All right. So that's really what I'm seeing for you, pile number 1. Let me know if it resonated. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys at the next reading. Pile number 2. All right. Pile number 2, your children, they're going to be like 2 peas in a pod, or they're going to be close knit depending on how many children you have. This could be, I feel like one child is definitely much older than the other one. So this could have been a child that was wanting you to have a baby for a while. And it's like, maybe there's like a age gap, like maybe 5 years or more. If this is like a blended family, and I feel like they get along with this other child with your spouse like very well. It's like they are like 2 peas in a pod from the moment that they met. If this is a child where it's like older, much older than, the new one, there's definitely, your older child is definitely like an authority figure. They're definitely going to assert their authority, but not in a bad way. This is like kind of like wisdom. Like, don't touch that stove, it's hot. So it's kind of like just getting in that role of looking out for their little sibling. I was going to say little sister. So like maybe your second child could be like a girl, or the younger child could be a girl or something like that. But yeah, they love their sibling. These are like 2 peas in a pod. You won't be able to break them up. You won't be able to come in between. Like, they're going to have each other's back regardless of anything. On the schoolyard, at home, it's like they're always together. And this is like a bond that can't be broken. Like, they'll be the best of friends, even if this is like a blended family. Like, even if the family didn't work out, like they'll still be cool. Like, that's still my brother, that's still my sister, regardless. Like, they'll have a bond that can't be broken. I feel like also, if this is an older sibling, like, they give really good advice to the younger sibling, and they also take that advice. So they're not just giving advice just to say, oh, I'm older, listen to me. It's like, this is like, they speak from experience as well. I also feel like, yeah, there's definitely like the older child has, I'm not going to say a power struggle, but they definitely assert their authority. Like, I am older, so 14 o'clock. So listen to me. I know what I'm talking about. They definitely take their role as being the older. I don't know. I'm hearing matriarch. Is that like the correct term? I'm gonna Google it, but because that's what I heard. Matriarch. Well, a woman who is the head of a family or tribe, an older woman. So the older child could be a girl, or they could be like in feminine energy, but not necessarily have to be a girl. It's just a matriarch is the head of a family or a tribe. So yeah, it's like they're like the head of their siblings. They're the leader. It's older sibling energy, you know. Um, and they love their younger siblings. They don't want to see them hurt or doing anything bad or anything like that. This is someone like they're not hard on their siblings, so they will cut them some slack if they do something, if they mess up something, like if they come in their room and mess up their bed. They're not gonna like, ma, get your child out of here or whatever. They're just gonna be like, hey, don't come in my room and do that, you know. So they're going to be very gentle with their siblings. They might also, especially if these are well, regardless if it's a younger child or a child there, I feel like this is more so if they have like a child, a sibling their age, they might hang out with their sibling more than they hang out with their friends. So that might be the only person that they want to hang out with. Even if it's like older, maybe they want to come home and be around their baby sister or baby brother. But I feel like they don't hang out with their friends as much because they're hanging out with their sibling. Um, and they're very nice. Like they're very pleasant with each other as well. I feel like they have a lack of boundaries though. I feel like the sibling dynamic between them is like they cross each other's boundaries. They have no boundaries because it's like they're so merged with each other. They don't know the difference between no, you can't do that, and yeah, this is something that I'll allow. It's like they just feel like they cross each other's boundaries a lot. They're definitely going to be a protector. They protect their sibling. This is somebody that you cannot mess with their sibling. They have each other back. They will, if they got a fight at the schoolyard or whatever. It's like if one fight, we all fight. Type of situation with them. They confide in each other. They definitely, if one is crying 17 or 7 o'clock, they go to their sibling and they vent to their sibling and they have each other's back. They might get into a lot of trouble together. Very spontaneous. I feel like they get into a lot of trouble together because it's like they have each other back if you're going to get mad at them. So it's like, yeah, we'll deal with mom later, but we're not going to tell her that these are kids that are like, they'll hide stuff from you because they got each other's back. I feel like they could look alike, especially if you two have like, if they have like not necessarily if they have the same parents, but I feel like they look alike, especially if they're your children. But if they are like stepchildren, if they're like step siblings, I feel like they like to dress alike or kind of color coordinate with each other a little bit. They could also make money moves together. So like want to start a lemonade stand or talk about I'm hearing a YouTube channel, or I feel like both of these children might like money. I'm getting like, I have Scorpio and Gemini out here, also Aries and Capricorn for them. So yeah, I feel those are all signs that do like money. As far as I know, Gemini, Scorpio, Capricorn, Aries, they do like money. So I feel like they like to, but I feel like they're also generous financially with each other as well. They feel lucky to have each other. But like I said, one of them could be more of a bad influence on the other. Because I do see like maybe one of them might be more of a wild card than the other. One might be more mature. One might be more of a handful. And I feel like the one that's a handful always convinces the one that's more mature to do something that they might not want to do, but they do it anyway because they are siblings and they feel like they got each other's back. I also feel like, because I did say they don't have good boundaries. I just feel like sometimes somebody's feelings can get hurt a little bit because they might end up doing something that gets them in trouble, but they easily forgive. Yeah. Even if it's like a little child doing something like making a mess. I feel like the older child will clean it up, even so that's something they don't want to do, but they'll clean up so the little one won't get in trouble. If they're around the same age, it's like one of them is going to always kind of convince the other one to be sneaky and, oh, mom said we can't play the game. Well, we'll just play the game a little bit while she's at work, and we'll just turn it off, 10 minutes before she come in. And so they're kind of sneaky with each other. But it's a lot of money out here, so I feel like they're either sharing money or like they'll be successful together, like they'll end up going into business with each other or making some type of money together. I do feel like, especially if they're around the same age, one of them is definitely more mature and is more of an authority figure. But I don't feel like that's a problem. I feel like the one who's probably like more of a loose cannon does take the advice of the one who's more mature. But I am seeing like it's not a power dynamic, but one of them is more mature than the other one, and one of them is more authoritative than the other one. So even though sometimes the other one might try to get them in trouble, they're like, no, we're not going to do that because we're going to get in trouble if we do that. And I feel like the other one will listen. They aren't going to do something, be like, oh man, forget you, I'm going to do it anyway. Like they will take that advice. But still, I feel like sometimes the other one might get one of them in trouble. And then it's like, I guess when they tired of getting in trouble, they'll actually listen. So one is going to be like the voice of reason, and the other one's going to be like a loose cannon if they are close in age. But if there's a age gap, yeah, I'm definitely seeing kind of like second parent energy or third parent energy, but not really taking on that much responsibility, but just being like a more of a protective big brother or big sister. Yeah, they feel happy and lucky to have this sibling. This is something that I feel like they've always wanted a sibling. So maybe you have an only child and it's been an only child for a while, and then you finally have another baby, or you meet someone who has a child and it's like, I finally get that sibling that I've always wanted. All right, so pile number 2, that's what I have for you. Let me know if that resonates. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys at the next reading. Pile number 3. All right, pile number 3. The sibling dynamic between your children is like love-hate relationship. So I'm getting like the vision of, one of those videos, it's like what it's like living with a sibling, where one sibling is in their room just chilling and the other one comes in and just like knock all their stuff over and throw stuff around, cut the light off and close the door. Just like, it's not like, sibling rivalry or anything like that. It's just like more of aggravation, like maybe constant arguing and constant bickering and doing little things to annoy the other. But it's not like hate. It's like love. One minute you're getting on my nerves, and the next minute you're like, we confide in each other and we're good. That's kind of the energy I'm getting here for this sibling dynamic, is that one of them kind of like bothers the other one a lot. I just see like one of them could be like in their room studying or reading a book, and the other one really just comes in like a wrecking ball and just starts wailing or doing, just messing up their room or just messing up their space. And I do kind of feel like the one that's, maybe they both do it, but I'm feeling like you have one calm one and one firecracker. You might have a girl and a boy. I feel like the girl is more calm and the brother is the one that constantly comes in. The boy's the one that constantly comes in and like messes up her room and I don't know, I'm hearing like put her in a headlock or something like that. But that's just kind of the energy I'm getting. I do kind of get like, they do get tired of it. It's like, why do you keep coming in here bothering my stuff and messing up my room and stuff like that? So they do get irritated, but it's like, even so, nobody else, it's like I can mess with my sibling, but you can't mess with my sibling. They're still on the same team regardless. So they don't let anyone, it's like I can mess with them, but you can't mess with them. That's the type of vibe I'm getting here for them. One of your children could be an earth sign, the other one could be a fire sign, or they just exude that energy, one more stable, grounded, and one really firecracker. But I am kind of getting like a girl and a boy. These could be older siblings. These could be like teenagers. But I am getting like maybe the girl is like the earth sign or in earth sign energy, and the boy is like more in fire sign energy. But it's like they're kind of like night and day from each other. They're like complete opposites. But they do like share stuff with each other. They do talk with each other. They make other people laugh. I feel like when you guys are like in a family dynamic, the whole family, I feel like you guys have a good time. It's all laughs and everything like that. And I also feel like when they're not around, they could have like a sigh of relief, but then if they're gone too long, they like kind of miss them. So it's like, say like the boy plays sports or something, he goes out of town with his team and the girl's home alone. She's like, finally I got some peace. But then like, a day later, she's like, well, when is so and so coming home? Like, when is he supposed to be back? Because it's like now they kind of miss that. Yeah, I feel like I'm definitely getting boy and girl energy. So it's heavy energy on two different genders, a boy and a girl. But I feel like I definitely feel like the girl is the calm, happy-go-lucky one, and the boy is like really trying to wreak havoc on her life, like just coming in and messing everything up. It could be two girls, but I am getting more. So these are older kids, or this is might be how it plays out when they get older. But you could be watching this and they could be younger, so it just doesn't matter. But that's just kind of the vibe I'm getting. I'm seeing more of teenagers or older kids, like maybe, yeah, like 13 or older. Yeah, I feel like one of them keeps, and I also feel like sometimes the girl might do something back to the boy when she gets tired. Maybe eventually she goes in his room and mess up his stuff, and he's like, wait, you never do this. Why? Who are you now? Now you're taking a page out of my book or something like that. And I kind of feel like they wonder, especially the calm one. It's like she constantly wonder what the other one is going to do next. Like, what are they going to come up and mess up in my room next? What are they going to do? I also feel like they could prank each other, or at least one, the wild card is always pranking the calm one, and she never knows, like, or he never knows what they are going to do. It's like they're the calm one is like kind of like always on guard to the fiery one, because they never know. It's like, I feel like she tries to watch him. Maybe she kind of sets up a camera in her room or something so that she could watch, or he could watch, regardless if I'm just saying she or he. I'm just saying it, but it could be either or. I feel like the calm one definitely walks around on eggshells. The more grounded one walks around on eggshells because they really don't know what the wild card is going to do. But they definitely have each other's back. They're loyal to each other. Like, no one can do anything to them. So it's like, I can mess with my sister, but I'd be damned if you mess with her. Or I can mess with my brother, I'd be damned if you go mess with him. I definitely feel like the calm one is always trying to find a quiet place. So from this other sibling, so you might find them in their room a lot, or out on the porch, or stuff like that. Or maybe they hang out with their friends a lot. I don't know. I feel like, especially if it's like a boy and a girl dynamic, I'm getting like the boy is like, he comes in a room and like, good morning, sunshine, and open up like all the blinds in the room. I'm just getting like very annoying energy from one of the siblings. But it's like, regardless, if you need anything, I got you. I might give you hell, or I might, beat you up later, but it's like, if you need money, I got you. If you need me to handle this, I got you. Like, they got each other back. They will listen to each other's problems. So if it's like two different genders, and a girl and a boy, and a girl's having like boy problems, like, the brother is going to give her really good advice. He's going to listen to her, and vice versa. If they want to, a female or male's point of view, I feel like they're going to get that from their sibling. They help each other out. Maybe one of them is supposed to have the house clean before you come back, and they forgot to do it. It's like, yeah, their sibling, they might tell them, no, I'm not going to help you. You were supposed to do that on your own. But it's like, eventually they'll come and help, just so they don't get in trouble. Yeah. So these two, they bicker a lot, but they have each other's back. Yeah. I feel like as they get older, like, they'll grow, and their bond to get stronger. I feel like they'll never grow out of that energy of one being more stable, or one being more grounded, and the other being a wild card. But I feel like it kind of diminishes. So if this is like the boy is doing all of this, wrecking havoc, I feel like he'll kind of grow out of that. He might still play like little jokes on her or stuff like that, but it won't be like going to her house and tearing up her stuff. But they get closer as they get older. Yeah, they'll grow closer, and I feel like it'll be like a new beginning in a different type of dynamic in their relationship as they get older. One of them could definitely be more indecisive than the other one. Like, if you allow one of the children, like, if you have days where you're like, okay, what do you want to eat today? Like, you pick what we eat today. Tomorrow they'll pick what we eat today. And I feel like the one of them never really knows what they want to eat, or they're indecisive, or they go back and forth. That kind of gets on. I feel like that could be the grounded one. She might not know, or the grounded one may be a little bit indecisive, and who firecracker is like, oh my God, why can't you just choose something? We can never find a place to eat. We can never find out where you want to go, or however long. If we gotta go somewhere, it take you forever to pick out an outfit or something like that. So yeah, it is bickering, but it's like, it's not serious. It's just like, just normal sibling bickering. I do feel like I was saying, like, if one of them is having like relationship problems, their sibling does instill self-love in them. Like, you don't deserve that. Like, even though one of them could be like a jerk, they still, like I said, you can't mess with my sibling, and I'm going to give them self-love. I'm going to tell them, like, you're a good person. You don't need her, or you don't need him. You know, yeah, just leave them where they're at. You're too good for that. But they'll always make an effort to be there for each other, to have each other's back regardless. Even if this is like an older child and a younger child, and maybe the younger child messes up the older child's room, it's like, yeah, the older child's going to get irritated that this child is going to come up and mess in my room and stuff. But if they cry, I'm going to pick them up. I'm going to soften the blow a little bit. And that's still my baby. That's my little sister, my little brother. But I'm going to help them out. I'm going to listen to them babble and talk to me and stuff. And when you come tell me that mommy's being mean to you, like, I'm gonna make it better. Yeah, if this is a little child, they hate to see the older one leave for school or go somewhere. They're always looking for the older sibling to come back if this is a little one. This is a older and little child dynamic. the little one does like not know how to survive when the older one is not there. Like they're always asking, when is so and so coming home from school, or where is so and so? And I feel like the little one always goes like in the older one's room first thing in the morning and wake them up. And sometimes the older one have to find a quiet place from the little one, because I do feel like the little one kind of like wreak havoc. This is like, I'm also getting a vision of like a boy playing a game and like a little girl maybe coming in and unplugging the game. Yeah. It could also be a little manipulation energy too. Maybe the little one cries and say the older sibling was mean to them when they really wasn't, or if this is teenagers, it's like, ma, so and so did this to get the other one in trouble. It's like that type of energy, but like nothing too bad. Sometimes somebody could be disappointed in the other one because one of them might not keep their word, say they're going to do something and don't do it. This could also be like this could be like older siblings as well. Like, you told me you were going to do this and you didn't, or a younger sibling, you told me you were going to play with me and you're not playing with me, or something like that. But also I feel like it's like, what they get out, they put back. So with the other one, so if you are going to do this, then I'm going to do this. It could be a little tit for tat at times too. All right, so pile number 3, that's what I have for you. Let me know if that resonated. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next reading.